Hello viewers, today I am going to talk about Teental, which is the most common tal of Hindustani music. My today's lecture will include theoretical as well as practical aspect of Teental with its Dugun and Chougun Layakaries. Before explaining this basic tal of Hindustani music, I will like to brief the viewers about what is tal. Tal or rhythmic cycle is an Indian system of rhythm. Lay or rhythm is the basic tempo which is set by the performer for singing or playing any musical composition. When lay or musical time is fixed in matras, it is known as tal. Or we can say tal is a cycle of the fixed number of matras or beats repeated over and over again till the composition is completed. Since each tal has different number of beats in it, so theoretically a tal of any number of beats is possible. But in practice, there are about 15 to 20 tals in Hindustani music which are most often used by the musicians to perform. For the beginner students in the music classes, it is important to have the knowledge of the most common tals of Hindustani music like Teental, Ektal, Jhaptal, Dadra tal, Rupak tal and Kehrwa tal. In my previous lecture on Lay, Tal, Matra, Avartan, Sam, Tali and Khali, I had explained all the important fundamentals of Tal in detail. But by this lecture, I am going to explain Teental theoretically as well as practically along with its Dugun and Chougun Layakaries. Now over to Teental. Teental is the most popular and frequently used tal of tabla in Hindustani music. Since it can be used in the slower tempo to the faster speeds, that is in Vilambit and Drutlay, and with the classical as well as the semi-classical styles of singing. The classical styles like Bada Khyal and Chota Khyal, that is slow and fast khyal, and Trana style of singing. Semi-classical styles like Bhajan and Shabad, etc. Though Teental is used with singing, it is more often heard accompanying instrumentalists playing Maseet Khani and Raza Khani guts, that is slow and fast instrumental classical musical compositions. This tal is widely used for the solo performance by tabla artists. The structure of Teental is very simple. This is very simple rhythmic cycle of 16 beats grouped 4-4-4-4. This means Teental has 4 vibhags of 4 beats each. The first beat of each vibhag is accompanied either by tali, the clap, or by khali, the wave of hand. In Teental, first beat of the first vibhag is sam, that is the first tali of the tal, and then the second and third talis are on the 5th and 13th beat consecutively, whereas khali is on the 9th beat, that is in the middle of the total beats of tal. The theka of Teental is dha dhin dhin dha, dha dhin dhin dha, dha tin tin ta, ta dhin dhin dha. You can see in the script table of Teental written in its complete form, that is showing sam, tali and khali. Now I will demonstrate before you how to recite Teental counting matras by hand and showing sam, tali and khali. See, dha, dhin, dhin, dha, dha, dhin, dhin, dha, dha, tin, tin, ta, ta, dhin, dhin, dha, dha. Now you will listen the practical performance of Teental on tabla. Now let's head towards the second part of the lecture, which is about Dugun and Chougun Layakaries of Teental. But first, let me tell you what is Layakari. The word Layakari is derived from the word lay. Lay is the basic rhythm or tempo which is set by the performer for singing or playing any musical composition. Layakari is the ability to manipulate the notes or swars according to lay or rhythm. This lay can be double, triple or up to 8 times faster of the original or the basic lay, which is set by the performer. When lay is doubled, it is known as Dugun, or we can say Dugun is the double of the original lay. Similarly, when lay becomes 4 times faster of the original or the basic lay, it is known as Chougun. Dugun and Chougun, etc., these are called the different Layakaries of Tal. These Layakaries can be better understood in a simple way that the time consumed for one bol or syllable in one beat in the basic lay is the same for the 2 bols in Dugun and for 4 bols in Chougun Layakari. Let me demonstrate it. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the basic lay. Now for Dugun, I will recite 2 bols in one beat like 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1. Similarly, I will recite 4 bols in one beat for Chougun like 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I will demonstrate before you Dugun and Chougun Layakaries of Teental by hands. First the take of Teental in single and then its Dugun. Dha, dhin, dhin, dha, dha, dhin, dhin, dha, dha, tin, tin, ta, ta, dhin, dhin, dha, dha, dhin, dhin, dha, dha, dhin, dhin, dha, dha, tin, tin, ta, ta, dhin, dhin, dha, dha, dhin, dhin, dha, dha, dhin, dhin, dha, dha, tin, tin, ta, ta, dhin, dhin, dha, dha. In Dugun, you must have noticed that the Dugun consumes half of the time as it takes in single lay. Or we can say that in the same time, take of tal is repeated 2 times. Now you notice it in Chougun Layakari of Teental. Now see the Chougun of Teental, first single and then its Chougun. Dha, dhin, dhin, dha, dha, dhin, dhin, dha, dha, tin, tin, ta, ta, dhin, dhin, dha, Dhadindinda, 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 tadindinda, dhadindinda, 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 tadindinda, dhadindinda, 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 tadindinda, dhadindinda, 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 tadindinda, dha. Now you listen Teental on tabla with its Dugun and Chougun Layakaries. You must have noticed while practicing by hand or playing on tabla, Dugun consumes half of the time and the Chougun consumes 1/4 of the time as it takes in the single lay. Or we can say that in the same time, takeoff tal is repeated 2 times in Dugun and 4 times in Chougun Layakari. Now let's proceed towards writing of these various Layakaries of Teental. For writing of tal in single unit called tha, first of all we will have to write the total matras of the beats of tal in digital numbers. Then to divide the total beats into small sections or groups called vibhags. The most important part for writing any tal is to write the bols or the syllables of tal, which in complete form is called the takeoff tal. Last but not the least step to write any tal is to put the tal chin, that is a symbol of the rhythmic cycle. The 3 important beats for any tal are sam, tali and khali. You can see in the script Tha of Teental written in its complete form, that is showing matra, bol and tal chin of sam, tali and khali. It is not irrelevant to mention that for writing any tal with its Layakari like Dugun and Chougun, Pandit Vishnu Narayan Bhatkhande's notation system has been adopted. Because this notation system has become the medium of instruction in institutional music education in almost all over India. After writing the Tha of Tal, the next step is how to write the Dugun and Chougun Layakaris of Tal. So, for writing Dugun of Teental, as stated and demonstrated earlier, Dugun is the double of the basic lay. Now, for writing Dugun, 2 bols or syllables of tal are combined together in each beat by putting the symbol of an Ardhachandra, a half moon like figure, beneath the bols. While doing so, the complete takeoff tal will be repeated 2 times, combining 2 bols together in each beat. You can see Dugun of Teental written in the script. It is very important to mention here again, while writing Dugun of any tal, only the takeoff tal will be repeated 2 times, combining 2 bols of tal in each beat. Whereas matras, and the tal chin will be written one time only. After Dugun, now writing Chougun of Teental. As I have said, Chougun is 4 times faster of the basic lay. For writing Chougun Layakari of Tal, method is the same. The symbol for writing Chougun Layakari is the same. That is an earth chandra for combining 4 balls together in one beat in Chougun. You can see Chougun of Teental written in the script. You must have noticed while writing the Chougun Layakari, Theka of Tal is repeated 4 times. It is not irrelevant to mention once again that only the bols of Tal will be repeated 4 times in Chougun Layakari, whereas matras and talchin, that is symbols of rhythmic cycle, will be written one time only. While practicing by hand or playing on tabla, Dugun and Chougun Layakaris will consume the same time as it takes in single lay. Thus, following these steps, students of music can recite and write Dugun and Chougun or any other Layakari of Tal very easily and quickly. To sum up, we can say that Teental is the most popular and maximum used tal in Hindustani music. It is a basic tal in Hindustani music about which every student of music should be aware of. Layakaris of any tal are very interesting and astonishing part of tal. It is both ways interesting to write the Layakaris and to do it practically. Once the student understands the method of doing it, they start practicing and writing these Layakaris from the very early stage of music learning. It is so easy and interesting that even the beginner students can follow this system very quickly. Thus, Tal and Layakaris of Tal help in developing the interest of the students in the subject. Thank you.